So I'm going to talk about some IP claims on Amazon real quick, and I appreciate everybody's support. And I'm in my van driving. Just got done doing some RA at Walmart. So if the camera shakes a little bit, it's on a tripod in my van, so that's why. So what I want to tell you is IP claims on Amazon, FBA, they're tough, right? And you have a lot of speculation out there, and there's not a lot of info out there about them. But what I want to tell you is this. There is a ton of sellers IP claiming other sellers. And this is a bad thing to do. And why this is a bad thing to do is Amazon has set up the brand registry for a reason. And if you're a brand, you can register through the brand registry and you can restrict sellers on selling your items by whatever guidelines that you want to set. So what that means is if you're because I actually have been IP claimed by other sellers before. And the easiest way to tell if a seller IP claims you is because you can't just set up a secondary Amazon account. It don't work like that. And so if you get IP claimed, you're actually going to see the email and everything of the person that IP claimed you. So if you get IP claimed by another seller, here's how I figured it out. I got IP claimed on some windshield wipers. Literally, the seller had his screen name in his email. And honestly, my FBA account or my Amazon seller account's over a year old. So if I was to go and per se IP claim someone, they would 100% know it's me because of my email. And that's why other sellers should not IP claim other sellers. The other problem with this is if you IP claim a bunch of sellers, you could be suspended for life on Amazon. And what I mean by that is just because you're selling the item doesn't give you the right to IP claim someone. So it's intellectual property claim for anyone that don't know that. And in order to file an intellectual property claim, you actually have to approve that the brand or the property or whatever is basically being misrepresented, or it's something that, it's like a company can claim that, hey, this is our property, this is our brand, we don't want it on Amazon. And boom, they don't have to, they get it taken off. And the problem is when you're just a seller of the item, you can file an IP claim. Like I can get online, I can find any seller I want, and I can file an IP claim saying, hey, I don't like this. And Amazon will flag them for an IP claim. But the problem is you can't hide your account, and you don't want to. It's being honest. And if you do this, you're probably going to get suspended for life. I mean, they might give you a warning, but if you keep doing it, you're not going to be on Amazon very much longer. So that's why it's hard for sellers to IP claim other sellers, is because the aspect of you can figure out who IP claimed you extremely easy by just looking at the email and the IP claim. So the next way is basically you want to beat the IP claim. Well, first off, in order to beat an IP claim, you want to be able to, per se, show Amazon that it wasn't your fault why you got IP claimed. And keep in mind, too many IP claims could get your account suspended as well. So the easiest way I found out how to do this is I have a letter that I have drafted that's ready to send on any IP claim I get. And what I virtually do is I go to keepit.com and I look to see if Amazon ever sold the item. If Amazon sold the item, I strictly say in that letter, hey, Amazon sold this item from this date to this date. The Amazon seller app said I was not restricted to sell it and I was able to sell it. And now what you use in the IP claim letter is since the brand registry through Amazon's zero tolerance compliance has been active, technically this IP claim is invalid because the brand is supposed to go through the terms of service to actually register through the brand registry to stop sellers from selling their item. And since Amazon told me that I was able to sell it, that brand must go through the brand registry if they want to follow the terms of service. And literally that's what I say. And if I get an IP claim, I've gotten one IP claim and I beat it. And that's exactly what I said. And then I also pointed out the fact that the seller was actually, the guy that IP claimed me was a seller. And I pointed that fact out, that sellers can't IP claim you because they don't own the brand or the property rights to the brand. And I beat the claim. So virtually that's how you do that. Now, there's going to be Amazon sellers out there. There's even Amazon sellers on YouTube that will sit there and say, I got IP claimed by this person and it was a seller, and I got IP claimed and I think they do YouTube. That's bullshit. Most people, if they have a good Amazon account and a good ranking in that account, they're not going to waste it. They're not going to waste it on your ass, because you could get suspended for life. And I feed my family. I have a day job, but I will tell you, I rely on reselling income a lot. And that goes to my family. And you're not worth it. So the next time you hear someone spreading lies about, they IP claim me and I think it was this person, I think they do YouTube, you better get your shit straight, because pretty much you don't know what you're talking about. Second off, you want to make sure that when you get an IP claim, you don't respond in a really bad manner. Like, you want to keep a very strong business acumen when you're doing this, because you want them to realize, oh, I thought the seller's bigger than what I thought. They don't know that you're running it out of your house, but you want to like have the option of being able to have business acumen and show them like you know what you're talking about. But there's a lot of people out there, that say, you know, I was selling this item and I think I got IP claimed by a YouTuber or something like that because they're just mad. No one's gonna do that shit. Like, literally, my account's not worth anybody. And so what I gotta tell you is, like, don't listen to the stuff that goes around in the community posts and Facebook groups, because most of the part they're lies. Now, there are sellers that will IP claim you, but most the seller that IP claimed me literally was a merch fulfilled seller. You could tell he had a rapport with the company, and he probably went to the company and said, all these people are on the FBA listing and I can't get them off. And they're like, well, we're not going to do anything about it. So he decided to take it into his own hands. So that's just what I want to tell you. Like, literally, come on, people. Like, I love YouTube. I love this community. And I love doing videos for everyone. And I love doing free videos for everyone. But eventually, the drama has to stop. Because there's drama just floating around everywhere. And all those people that cause the drama, I'm going to distance myself away from all of them. Because it's not positive, it's negative. But I wanted to tell you how to beat these IP claims, because you never know what's going to happen. And you never know when another seller may actually give you an IP claim. So if you actually draft that letter, like I said, the top header needs to be in reference to IP claim number for ASIN number and the description of the item, right? And your selling account name. And that's the first paragraph of that IP claim letter. So next off, you need to point out in steps and remind Amazon of the rules. And so the first paragraph should be about the item and about how you were not restricted on Amazon in selling that item. That next paragraph down should be, if Amazon ever sold the item, how many FBA sellers total there were over time, and how long Amazon.com sold that item. And then next down, you reference how you follow all the Amazon rules, and that the reason these brands are supposed to go through the brand registry. I always point out that Amazon has a zero tolerance policy, and that the brand registry now exists for brands to do this, to actually go through there to restrict the sellers instead of them IP claiming third-party sellers. And if you do that, you have a good chance of beating an IP claim. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And if you want to hit the thumbs down, I really don't care. Thank you for that too. I enjoy your support as well. Make that money.